Good morning. Good morning, the world. Good morning, whoever is listening, so I'm happy. A couple of hundreds of us in this early stage of awakening. That's great. Excuse me. Today is a little recording dedicated to Jenny from Australia and to Alexander Ra, both beautiful team members of Un-Swissindo. Thank you. So, subject today I picked, it's a very common, it exists in our minds for quite some time. How to change certain perspective of what we do, and I think to this point he was approached very aggressively, let's say, and very selfishly. So the title is called "Who are you hurting the most when you devouring a meat?" So meat eaters, fish eaters, frog eaters, all. Question is structured like this so you can actually start thinking. First, do you know who you're eating? Second, do you know why do you have to eat this piece of meat or this piece of fish? And third, what is the reason behind this habit of yours, which is, by the way, a nasty energetic habit? What is the reason behind this nasty habit? And who actually lead you into this? So let's investigate a bit. You were born into the family of meat eaters. As a kid, you probably complained, you didn't like it smelled, and all weird, tastes, and most of the kids complaining. But they have been oppressed with a parental, very strict guidance. This is what my grandma did, this is what my mom did, this is what you're going to do, basically. This is on one side. On the other side is the advertisement campaign from the profit-hungry controllers of our present society to control you, to actually enslave you completely into energy decremental. You are losing a major amounts of energy by consuming meat. So you're asking how? I thought this is a food. This is my proteins, my whatever. Not at all. Not at all. There is a ton of different grains and vegetables, fruits that can give you 100 times more protein. So don't go in discussion there. I'm not going to discussion about this. Just hear me from energetic perspective. So you've been born into this. You've been actually trained or enslaved with this kind of tool that they was given to your parent to actually put you down, that you have to become one of them, meaning devourers, meat eaters, animal killers. Okay? So when you get this point, the next one is why this is done. Why somebody wants to enslave you? Because of your energy. Your energy is the most important factor in this universe, like in this creation. I mean, in any creation, but let's say on Earth, we're observing this Earth. We are here, a beautiful energy creators. And look what we've done to ourselves. I'm not talking we to ourselves directly, personally, but we as a society, we as a civilization which grew for the last 20, 30,000 years, we're growing towards this direction. I'm not going into history now, whatever. We're learning one history which is completely fake. I mean, they're like 0.2% real. The rest is just invented. Invented again for the same reason. Why do you have to eat meat? Beautiful movie if you have enough strength to watch it again, or if you see it for the first time. It's Noah with Crow. He's an actor, but try to find it, Noah. And there it's directly explained where are we heading if we continue like this. I know there is a big movement last 20, 30 years, even longer, that we are switching towards less, let's say, aggressive diets. We're dieting, we just eat this, but we eat just fish, but we don't eat cows, then we eat only chicken, we don't eat pigs, and so on. So then we bring a religion, disparity in between, like garbage. Definite no, from my perspective, for any type of meat. Not even human. And this part, I'll touch it maybe when I feel that the strength of you is there, so you can hear it. What has been done through human blood and flesh. How this was actually abused to the extremes. And I'll not be the only one actually putting this out. It was already in the process. So going back for the purpose of why you've been trained so dumbly into meat eating. Because you're consuming a very low frequency of fear of all the animals. The way how I feel, animals are not individual soul as the humans. It's like a group soul, or in this terminology. So they actually share emotions, they share their thoughts, they share their mental state instantly. If you kill an animal in Australia, the one in Europe feels it as the same. And it actually goes into her bloodstream, into her cells, into like energetic record. Then what's happening? You go to the butcher, well, what kind of nice, juicy piece of whatever, dead animal you want, and you buy it, and you pay. Then again, another level of slavery. Are we going even further and deeper? The most hidden and the most hideous one of this kind of slavery is you become part of a cult. Sacrificing cult. You're sacrificing another living being for the very dark and awful purposes. Again, coming from the church, ingrained it a couple of thousand years ago, and they just mold it nicely so you can actually all be sucked in to the believing that this is what you have to do. You have to kill a pig on the Christmas or whatever. You have to have a turkey on so-and-so holiday that church gave you. You are actually part of the sacrificial ritual. And by this, you're becoming nothing more than the slave. You're just a slave. You're like a zombie slave who believes that this is you have to do, that you have no other choice. And when you see vegetarians, vegans, and they try to tell you, nice recipes, oh, this is beautiful, this is even more beautiful food, taste this. No, there's no proteins there. And you start actually being very aggressive. So you know why you're aggressive? Because you are a meat eater. You're actually a killer of another being. Consciously or subconsciously, I don't care. You are. So when you get to your beautiful heads, that you are part of the ritual which is enslaving the world by killing. Again, we'll go to the wars in the next couple of days. It's the same thing. It's a massive ritual of sacrificing living being, in this case humans. Animals get killed as well in the wars. But here you're part of this disgusting habit of being, part of the ritual. So how we change this paradigm, how we actually allow ourselves so we can actually survive without any meat, without anybody to be killed, including all the animals. You see me, I'm fat. You're actually like a killer of another being. Consciously or subconsciously, I don't care. You are. So when you get to your beautiful heads, that you are part of the ritual which is enslaving the world by killing. Again, we'll go to the wars in the next couple of days. It's the same thing. It's a massive ritual of sacrificing living being, in this case humans. Animals get killed as well in the wars. But here you're part of this disgusting habit of being, part of the ritual. So how we change this paradigm, how we actually allow ourselves so we can actually survive without any meat, without anybody to be killed, including all the animals. You see me, I'm fat, I'm chubby, like I don't eat meat for years now. For years. I was, but then I realized what was all about. It's all about energy. It's all about how you consume other living being and what it does bring to your energy. So, to become better human, what you can do. For starters, stop eating other living beings. Don't give me the carrot is alive, we can eat it, this too as well. I'm talking about a live, living being. When you eat a carrot, the seed is still there. It'll grow another one if it's not GMO, okay? But when you eat when you eat a pig, she cannot produce any other little piglets for your devouring. So think about this, how to become a better human with much cleaner energy, with much less fear consumed through your mouth. Ciao, vegans. Yes, and considering why you become vegetarian, why you don't want to eat meat. Is it because you are selfish? Or because you're very genuine? Selfish vegetarian is the one who eats vegetables only or doesn't eat meat for his own benefit. Meaning he'll be healthier, she'll be better looking, she'll be less upset and so on. But a real human vegetarian is the one who doesn't eat meat because he saves other lives.